Hey everyone, welcome to Verse Up. Today we're diving into Wherever I May Roam by Metallica, a heavy, moody track about freedom, solitude, and life on the road. It captures the mindset of a drifter who's at home with wandering and never settling down. Here's what to expect. We'll play a short clip, break down the key expressions, do a quick quiz, and wrap it up with a story using all the new words in context. Let's get into it. The first word is bride. A bride is usually a woman on her wedding day, but here it's used metaphorically. The speaker says the road becomes his bride, meaning he has a deep emotional connection to it. It suggests total devotion and commitment, almost like he's married to the journey itself. You might hear this in everyday speech like, for her, the ocean is her bride. She's been sailing for decades. The next phrase is, strip someone of something. This means to take something away from someone, often unfairly or by force. In the song, the speaker says he's been stripped of everything but pride. This line shows that he's let go of material things and comfort, but his self-worth, that stays with him. In the real world, you might hear, the war stripped the villagers of everything they owned, or the breakup stripped me of my confidence, but I held on to my self-respect. That brings us to pride. Pride is a feeling of self-respect and dignity. It can sometimes be negative, like arrogance, but here it's clearly positive, the one thing he refuses to give up. Picture someone going into a tough job interview. Even though I lost my business, I walked in with pride and confidence. Or a friend telling you, good for you, never lose your pride. Next is the verb confide. To confide means to share your secrets or personal feelings with someone you trust. The speaker says he confides in the road, treating it like a trusted companion. Again, the road here becomes more than a place. It's the one thing he can open up to, showing how isolated yet emotionally attached he is to this lifestyle. In everyday life, you might say, I always confide in Sarah. She never judges me. Or, you can confide in me. I won't tell anyone.
Give me all I need, and with dust in throat I crave. Only knowledge will I save. To the game you stay a slave.
Now let's talk about the word crave. To crave means to strongly desire something. He talks about craving dust in his throat, which sounds uncomfortable, but it shows how much he yearns for the road, even the gritty parts. In real life, someone might say, I still crave chocolate late at night, or I crave her voice. It's been weeks since we talked.
But either way, it makes you really crave his approval.
Inside, you crave the same thing as the rest of them.
The next expression is the game. It refers to a tough or competitive profession or lifestyle. In this case, probably the music industry or modern life in general. You'll hear things like, he's been in the game for 15 years, but it's wearing him down. Or, if you're not careful, you'll become a slave to the game. And that leads us to the last word in this section, slave. Literally, a slave is someone who is legally owned by someone else and has no personal freedom. But here it's used figuratively, to describe someone who's trapped or controlled by something, like work or fame. The speaker uses this to criticize the idea of living by society's rules. Instead of being a slave to the game, he chooses the road, a path that offers freedom, even if it's lonely. For example, I feel like a slave to my job, or he became a slave to his cravings.
Rover, wanderer, nomad, vagabond, call me what you will, yeah.
First up is rover. A rover is someone who travels from place to place without a fixed home. It's an old-school word. You'll hear it in poetry or classic storytelling. For instance, you could say, their uncle was a rover, never settling for long in any one place. Next is wanderer. A wanderer is a person who moves around without a clear destination or plan. It comes from the verb to wander, which means to move without a particular direction. Someone might say, she's a true wanderer, always off exploring somewhere new. Or in a deeper sense, some people are wanderers. They're just not built to settle down. It adds a more thoughtful, almost philosophical layer to this lifestyle. Not just movement, but exploration for its own sake. Then we get nomad. Traditionally, nomads are members of communities that move from place to place, like the Bedouins or Mongols. But nowadays, it also describes people who choose a mobile life. You might hear, she works online and travels full-time. She's a digital nomad. Or, the nomads of the Sahara live by moving with the seasons. And finally, vagabond. A vagabond is someone who drifts from place to place without a permanent job or home. It's often used with a slightly negative edge, suggesting aimlessness or even laziness. In an old novel, you might read, "He was a vagabond, sleeping in alleys and playing music for coins." Or someone might say, "My parents called me a vagabond for quitting my office job to travel." It's a label that can feel critical, but in the song, the speaker embraces it along with all the others.
But I'll take my time anywhere. Free to speak my mind anywhere. And I'll redefine anywhere I roam. Where I lay my head is home there.
Let's start with take one's time. This means to do something without rushing, to move at your own pace. You might hear this when someone is learning something slowly. Don't worry, take your time. You'll get it. Or maybe during a peaceful walk. Let's take our time and enjoy the view. It shows that he's not in a rush. He lives on his own terms, unbothered by pressure or deadlines. Then comes the idiom to speak one's mind. That's to say what you really think, honestly and directly. Think of someone in a meeting. He always speaks his mind, even if it's unpopular. Or maybe someone encouraging a friend. Don't hold back, speak your mind. This line tells us that the speaker values freedom not just in movement, but also in thought and expression. Next is the word redefine. It means to change the meaning or understanding of something. It could be said of an artist, he redefined modern sculpture, or someone challenging old norms. She's redefining what it means to be a leader. So, when the speaker talks about redefining anywhere, he's saying he doesn't just pass through places. He gives them new meaning through how he lives and what he believes.
It appears we must redefine the nature of our association.
These films redefine what it is to be a naked documentary.
Now we come to the word roam. It means to move around freely, usually without a fixed destination. Picture a dog escaping the yard. Our dog loves to roam the neighborhood. Or something a bit more poetic. He roamed the mountains looking for inspiration. This verb captures the core of the speaker's identity. Roaming isn't just movement, it's a symbol of freedom, of living outside the box.
And the road becomes my bride. I am stripped of all but pride. So in her I do confide, and she keeps me satisfied.
Jessica felt like a bride walking into her first big day at the art gallery, nervous but ready to commit to her new career. After years of struggle, she had been stripped of doubts and distractions, leaving only her pride in her unique style and vision. She could confide in her closest friend about her fears, knowing that trust was key to staying grounded. Though she sometimes craved the excitement of city life, Jessica refused to become a slave to the pressures of the fast-paced world. Like a true rover at heart, she embraced her identity as a wanderer, a modern nomad exploring creative paths while others labeled her a vagabond who couldn't settle down. She decided to take her time, focusing on expressing herself fully and always willing to speak her mind honestly in meetings. With every new exhibit, she would redefine what it meant to be an artist in her community, choosing to roam freely between different styles and influences. And that's a wrap for today's lesson. If you enjoyed it, make sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss out on future videos. Also, I'd love to hear your song suggestions. Drop them in the comments below. See you next time.